Sweden. Now, Sweden's been pretty cool in technology for a long time. Now, when they started getting into the implementing of chips to get into your office, and a couple years ago, that was bizarre too. They had chip parties. You know, they would go, and you know, an office party would include somebody coming in from a company and injecting you with a chip that will give you access to your office, to your vending machines, to your, you know, without having keys or any fobs or anything like that. You could just go in and be absolutely cool, just your hand. And now this technology is being used to operate voluntarily for the passport. So if you have a vaccination passport, guess what? You can put it in your hand. You don't ever have to use your phone or a card or anything like that. This is in Sweden. Now it's voluntary, meaning people are signing up for this. The government is not doing it. But it's really bizarre how it's moved so fast. Trying to explain this to someone that didn't know this was happening, it's really like, are you serious? It sounds like a movie, but it is not a movie. It's a very real thing.
In Sweden, increasing numbers of people have implanted microchips with proof of their vaccination into their hands since the nation announced new COVID restrictions. When scanned, all of a person's information about their vaccination status is shown on a reader or phone.
Implants are a very versatile technology that can be used for many different things. And right now it's very convenient to have a COVID passport always accessible on your implant. So in case your phone runs out of battery, it's always accessible to you. So of course, that's how we use this technology today. Next year we're going to use it for something else.
The developer of the microchip in Sweden has says, well, you know what? We're going to put the passport into the chipping mechanism and in humans, whether people like it or not. Now, there's one guy, one company. I'm not saying everybody thinks like that, but it's saying that is the headline. That is the headline. The developer of the chip says, we're going to put it in people. Now, I'm not saying he knows anything or he doesn't know anything. I'm saying he is convinced and pretty confident that they will do this. Now, when the WHO says, hey, we're going to have 70% of the population in the summer of 2022 with the procedure, I wonder what they have in mind with the chipping. Because how are they going to track everything? You know, right now you just get a card, and, you know, some people didn't even get a card. That was the sad part. People went into a hospital or lined up somewhere, got the procedure, and didn't even get a card. Now, this is where I believe it's going to go. Green Pass, microchipping, will be part of the new way of tracking whether you have been part of the health event or not, whether you're obeying or not. To take out food, look at the Green Pass in Israel, right? You can't get the pass, you can't eat at McDonald's. You know. Now, this is in Israel. Chris, can we play this video?
All righty, we are at McDonald's in the big fashion mall. And here's what happens. When you want to place your order on this screen over here, the way it works is like this. You click English, and now it says, in order to proceed with the order, you must confirm that you have a valid green certificate of your own. So let's say you don't have one. You click Don't Have. Look at that. It blanks out the screen. So basically, if you don't have a green pass, they will not give you food at McDonald's in Beit Shemesh. Sounds like Nazi Germany. That's where we're at. Welcome to Israel 2022.
No McDonald's for you. Now we're out in Israel. What's that? That's right. Now, what's the point here? Technology has changed the way we do things. This is from the lovely government of Ireland to implement the health event with tracking. They're so excited about it because it gives them an opportunity to track everything. Now let's see what what they're trying to do. By the way, this is it's when you watch the video, it's somebody walking in, and the actual AI is recognizing everything that needs to be in place in order for this person to continue in his progress in his day. And if it's not there, he can't.
We go in here. Can I see a close start, please?
Hi, Annie, come on.
Ah, hi, love. How are you?
I don't know if they're advertising like Google glasses or Apple glasses, but the idea is that you walk into a place and it gives you a risk level. You know, is this place risk high or low? And so do they have sanitizers? Do they have a passport that they check? Do they have windows that are open, ventilation, distance, mask, all this stuff, right? And it's all done, you don't have to think about it. It's all done by AI. As you walk through life, it'll tell you, don't go there, don't go here. I wonder what they'll say about a church, But anyway, this is the World Health Organization, 70% by summer of 2022. So he added, by the way, if you listen to, I forget his name. He's got a long name. He's not even a doctor, by the way, and he's head of the World Health Organization. He's not a medical doctor. He's a politician. And he's telling us what to do. He says, the clock is ticking. He says, the clock is ticking. And the clock starts now. He says 185 days. There's 185 days until the summer of 2022. So they got to get cracking on some of this stuff, doesn't it? If they're going to do it, 70%, that's a lot of people. But you know what's coming? During this year, I had so different comments, many different comments about this thing about the Great Reset. Great Reset. And people said, oh, it's just people in general emailed, contacted the church. Oh, it's just a hoax. Come on, really? Do you think it's a great conspiracy? It's a theory, the Great Reset. The World Economic Forum does not have a Great Reset. And I said, well, let's go back. Well, the guy who is head of the World Economic Forum, which I'm going to make a video of him pretty soon, not Charles Schwab, so we would call him Charles Schwab, not the investor guy, Klaus Schwab, right? Dr. Strangelove. And he actually wrote a book called The Great Reset. And if you read it, you'll find some interesting things there that will tell you that it's not a great hoax. It's not even a conspiracy. He also wrote this other book, Shaping the Future of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, in which I think it's in this one. I think it's this one here, where he talks about a couple of things. There he is, right there. The pandemic represents a very narrow window of opportunity to reflect, reimagine, to reset our world. And he talks about it in there. You know what else he talks about it in that book? He says he wants brain scans when you go through an airport. He wants you to travel with implantable chips. He wants to read people's thoughts because it would be pre-crime, like a pre-crime programs. Now this is in this book.
Minority Report.
Yeah, like he watched a movie or something, right? And to dismantle the current system, right? This is all part of the Great Reset. Dismantle the current system, lower everybody's standard of living, except for maybe Pfizer and Moderna. Do you know how much money they made on this? Yeah, it's like 10 to 15 billion on just the variant. Just the variant alone. 10 billion with a B. So, of course, they're not going to be affected by the Great Reset. More climate change policies, no liberties, more automation, so people are not going to be able, AI is going to take jobs and making people less and less useful.
People daily inquire to be microchipped. Give it 10, 15 years, I imagine it'll probably be pretty commonplace. And I imagine as demographics change, younger demographics see no sort of harm, reason, any doubt around having a microchip fitted, that'll become more commonplace. I'm sure it'll probably be an everyday occurrence.